The Witch of Moon's Lane presents How to Witch, Bitch.
Welcome back to How to Witch Bitch. Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane. Hello.
Hello, darling.
Now, we are going to have a little bit of a chat today about protection, not condoms, as in...
Although I have a good idea.
Okay, cool, yeah. Keep it in your pants.
Ribbed ones for women.
And we've already gone a slippery slope.
Way.
Yes. First up, we're going to take a couple of questions that we've been sent, and then we're going to talk about ways in which to protect yourself. We've got some sprays that we're going to talk about as well that you can purchase, different things like that. But we did actually get a question from Sam. Sam says, can you suggest any good manifesting or meditation techniques to help relieve daily stress? I get pretty fired up in traffic.
Ooh, the traffic one. So going back to the traffic angels or the traffic fairies, yeah. So look, the best thing is you can't really do a full meditation, shut your eyes and out in traffic.
Not when driving, no, particularly on the M1. No, thank you.
Have you ever done that? I can drive by braille.
No.
That's not got blind. No, that's not going to work. Look, the best one really is just to do breathing. So just to sit, put on some great music that's like slower music to slow you down, and just do the breathing in white light, breathing out dark, breathing in white, breathing out dark. So you just imagine you're breathing in white light or golden light, and you just visualize as you're blowing back out like the dark. So this is just stress relieving you, all things like that. A really good way to relieve stress after a full day when you come home is actually just to run the bath, put in some rose oil. So rose oil is a good one. Just to lay down a bit of bath salts. And just as you're sort of soaking, when you vision to get out, just envision your body being very relaxed. And then as you're getting out and you pull the plug, all the worries go down the drain.
I like that.
So you start at the front, start where your head is at the front, and you just think about all the worries that really don't matter. It's almost like I've got to let go of all the things I cannot change and all the things I cannot control, because you're still going to get the same results. So there's no point in worrying about it. It's better to come in with a fresh perspective of this is going to be okay, because 99% it is. So let's just look at that. Let's look at that and not get caught up in it. But in traffic, yes, I can understand. But the last thing you want to be doing is
shutting your eyes and
omming in public. And of course, the next one is actually wind down the window and telling someone to,
no, we don't need to do that.
We're not going to be doing that. What I do is I have a wand. So I just
Of course you do. A traffic wand? Okay.
I just roll down, a proper wand. I just roll down my window and go, boop, especially if people are looking at me and laughing.
That's probably because you've got a Witch of Moon's Lane car and a number plate that kind of reflects that as well. They wouldn't be surprised. Whereas if me out the corner of the I-30 pulls a wand out, I think that would be a bit interesting.
I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun. At least they'd be shocked, so they'd start to laugh.
Exactly.
But the best thing is just to do the breathing and music certainly does have a different appeal to everybody, but, like heavy metal music's great, but it does make you a bit up and cranky. So just by putting on some sort of relaxing music, start there, and just in visualising that. And I think too, the best thing is to leave yourself time. If you're someone that's like leaving everything to the last minute and you know that, morning traffic's going to be chaotic, plan the night before. I think you'd be doing this with your boys, and they'd still probably not be able to find their socks.
Oh, absolutely.
I know my girls, and I don't know if this is a mother thing, but I try to plan everything the night before. I've already foreseen everything the night before because I just know. So
it's not because you're psychic, just because you know traffic.
Just because I know traffic, yeah. But I think that, having that time, that if something does go awry, that you've got the time. But I do like putting on nice, calm music, and I just breathe in, white light, breathe out the black.
Because, I think a lot of that, when something does happen, say, for example, you get honked at or someone cuts you off or something like that, that energy that you're carrying, therefore, that can affect the rest of your day.
That's right.
So it's about getting rid of that energy. So that's the breathing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, honestly, if somebody is cutting in front of you and acting ridiculous, why would you then have a feeling of getting angry about that? At the end of the day, I'd feel sorry for them. So what's happening in their life that they have to carry on like that? So rather than saying, you cut me off, you do whatever, just say, you know what, thanks, angels, for protecting me, that I stopped in time. I feel sorry for whoever X,
Yes.
Y, and Z is because they're obviously having a bit of a bad morning. You know, I'll never forget this one where this guy carried on, me, went and cut in front of me, and I was just like, I'm so sorry, you know. And then up the road, here they are wrapped around a pole. So, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I always teach my children about the tortoise and the hare. You're still going to get there. Get there in one piece.
Yes.
Get there happy and healthy. You know, if you're a few minutes late, does it really matter in the scheme of things? Your mental health does.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the other thing as well is we've touched on before, but a lot of people are very interested in the protection, protecting yourself from negativity. I guess that's kind of back to the you know, not being affected by other people's behaviour on the roads or in life or whatever else.
Yeah.
But a way in which to protect yourself, you know, little things that you can do. We've talked about the salt and things like that.
Well, it's a choice to be angry too, you know. Everything we do is a choice. So you choose to be angry, but really at the end of the day, what was it that got you so angry for what they did, their bad behaviour? That's their bad behaviour. And, I mean, that's going back to trauma bonds. It goes back to wounds of when you were younger and, you know, something's happened. And so whatever they're doing, their energy is irritating your energy. And so you want to act on that. But really at the end of the day, you try and make sure that other people's bad behaviour does not affect you in any way.
And that's not just on the roads. That's obviously in general as well.
But just in case, I did make fuck-off spray.
Fantastic.
For the fuck knuckles that you can't get rid of.
Well, to be honest, this has actually worked in a couple of situations in our lives. Yes.
So
what is the F-off spray?
Okay, so look, I love it because, you know, if you're on holiday, and a lot of people like to sage, but if you're on holiday, you know, the sprinklers going off in your room is probably not really a great way to start. So this is great because you just spray it around. It's got all the essences and all the oils, and you basically, if there's been an argument or there's negativity or even tired children, you just spray it around. It just neutralises what's going on. You know, I always say energy, if you go into, say, for example, you're going into somebody's place or you're going into a hotel, you don't know who was in there prior. You don't know if were arguing or there was a divorce in there or what's going on there. And the walls are like recorders. So often when people say the place is haunted and I go and do these hauntings, I go to see, is it haunted or is it just a tragic memory that is being replayed at a certain time?
Right.
So a lot of people that say, you know, 3:00, I see the white woman on the stairs. Is she actually a haunting or is she just residual energy that's just coming out from the walls? So the walls are like recorders. So, you know, when you used to have your tape deck and you used to tape something and then you go back and you play it, that's basically what the walls are. So when I'm actually doing a lot of these clearing of homes, I'm actually going in and clearing energy from, you know, traumatic events that have happened years prior. They're not necessarily hauntings.
Wow.
And so this gets rid of, I call it my juju spray, but it gets rid of all energy levels that you're picking up. And we all are like receptors. We do feel people's energy. You can walk into a room and feel the energy.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. It just clears your space.
So what's in it?
So this has got lavender, it's got Palo Santo, it's got sage, it's got all the essential oils, it's got clary sage, and white sage. So it's all the different sages. So it comes in with a beautiful alcohol. And then if you're going out, this is the amulet spray. So this is pretty much...
Just move the amulet closer to the... Yep. There.
So,
beautiful.
So this was the amulet spray.
Yep.
So this one is protection I can trust, transmute negativity to dust, reflect and shield come to thee. Now this is the sending back ×3, protection in all forms. So you wear this as a fragrance, but basically you're sending back. So if someone's going to come and send you bad juju, rather than you do anything, you wear that, just go straight back, and you say the chant in the morning to be protected. You put on your white light like we were talking about in the last episode. But another really good thing for protection, because a lot of people are not really interested in the hexing, or they are interested in the hexing, but they don't know how to do it, so therefore it's a scary thing to do. What I do is I will take, say, an egg, and say with the egg you crack it, you take the alcohol, and you have the egg shell.
Yes.
Then what you do is you get a piece of garlic and you peel it and you write down somebody's name that you want out of your life. So this is like instead of the freezer spell, because the other day someone was saying, I room with people, you know, we share the freezer, and so I don't really want, you know, them to be knowing what's going on in my personal life.
Yes.
You know, they open it up and
there's someone's name
in the freezer. So what we can do is you get the
Egg.
garlic.
Yep.
And you write their name on the garlic. Then you get a piece of paper. You write their name on the piece of paper. And on the back of that, you actually write down, when this person or any others thinks ill of me, send me back money times 3.
Oh, I like this
right?
one. Mm.
So then you pop that into the shell, right? Then you get a black candle and you just light that and you seal the egg around. Then you get some black ribbon and you tie the black ribbon around and then you just go to the front of the house, because you're also in feng shui, you're bringing it into the house and you pop it there. So you're protecting yourself from that person. But at the same time, what you're doing is every time they think ill of you, you get something out of it. Because a lot of people don't think about that. And when you put the black cord around, have you ever heard of binding spells?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a bind. So what you're doing is you're binding it. So this is now, it can't be broken, it's bound, and now I've earthed it because I've then put it in the earth.
So you're supposed to bury it?
You bury it.
Okay. So what do you write on the back of it again?
So basically on the back of that, you put down, their name, and you just say, if anything, any negativity is coming back to me, send me money times 3, something similar to that effect, and it will come back to you.
And does that work?
It does work. So you know what? When you actually have some money, go, Jesus, these bitches are chatting about me. Oh my God, but I got some money to go and buy what I want. It's kind of like one of those quandary spells. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I like it? Do I not like it?
So people hate me, but I'm rich.
But I'm a rich, wealthy
that's
bitch.
all right.
Which I don't care if you don't like me.
So that's another protection. But is there a way in which to protect other? Can you put a protection on someone else? Say, for example, you know that someone's going through something, and they're not open to sort of witchcraft or anything like that, but you want to send protection to them.
So when my son used to play rugby, and he's actually going back to rugby. He's going to hate if he hears this.
Yes.
God, his friends are going to laugh. So actually, he used to go out, and he plays full on rugby where he was one of the props. So it was like bash and crash. And from a little boy, I just would put white light around him. So I just imagine white light around him, and then I'd imagine star so that he could get it like a goal or get something.
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing it on his own merit as well, but to me, I was helping him. So we never had any broken arms. Honestly, the amount of times that he only smashed his nose once, and it wasn't in rugby.
Wow.
No.
So you can put white light around other people?
Other people, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And in pictures. So have you ever... so I do a lot of healing through pictures. So someone will send me a picture, and if they've got various illnesses in stomachs, wherever, I just do the white light around them. But I also then bring in blue light. So I feel the blue bubble coming through and put the blue bubble. When we were doing that last week, remember when we were doing that and you feel that? So you imagine that as blue. So blue is the healing bubble. So you're putting that through the picture. Mm-hmm. And that's helping them. So there are definitely different ways to sort of protect people as well that you love. Yeah. I mean, you can just envision, when I go to sleep at night, I envision a white light around the house. Yeah. And then what I do is I envision like barbed wire around the house as well, so that it's keeping the nasties out. So no one. So in other words, I feel like I've cloaked my house so that if people are walking past and they want to steal something, they'll walk straight past mine and maybe to somebody else's.
Hopefully not the neighbours.
Hopefully not the neighbours. I quite like my neighbours this time round.
We don't want to ask what happened last time.
Well, their cat kept coming over.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah.
All right, so we've helped Sam with her stress in traffic, breathing in, breathing out, not being affected by other people's negative energy.
Yeah.
We've talked about eggs and the garlic. Mm-hmm. I like that one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will try that one, which would be interesting. And also protecting other people today. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. If you are enjoying the podcast, it would really help if you leave a review on Apple. We'd love that, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Spotify or wherever you're listening to it. And 5 stars would be great too.
Oh, fantastic. It's our way of knowing that you're listening.
Yes.
And you're enjoying what we're talking about. And certainly send us a question, because
we'd love that.
Would love that as well.
Definitely. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, darling.
Woodwork Podcasts.